Hey Alex, so I see you're still having some problems with your animation. So let's see. Let's take a look at what's going on here. So when let's see, make a new one. I'll try the draw here. If I make it, I don't know, 100 steps, let's say. Okay, we get this java.lang.null pointer exception, null. And we're highlighting line 33 here where it says square.animate steps. And sometimes you can get some more information from this question mark button here. So I'm going to press that button and see what it says. Oh, no, no help available for this message. All right. So what can I tell you about this? Well, I think it might help to go back and look at, so this square object is declared up here, private square. It might help to go back and look at the clock display project that we did in chapter 3, because there's a relationship between clock display and number display that's kind of similar in that the clock display has these number display objects in it. And one of the things, if you look back at either the videos or go back and look at the text, it explains that what needs to happen is that when these variables are initially declared here, they're set to null. So in other words, they have no value in them to start off with, and to put some kind of a value in them, we use the new keyword and call the constructor to make a value, and now hours points to number display. Okay, and like I said, if this isn't clear, there's a whole discussion of it in chapter 3, or if you go back and look at the videos, that should help. So now hours points to a number display with 24, value of 24, and minutes points to a number display with value 60 here. Okay, so we need to do something similar to that for this guy. So we need to actually create a square. But before we do that, let me just make sure. Let me see what the constructor looks like for square. So the constructor here, so we have a constructor for square, and it doesn't take any parameters. Okay, so the way we create a square is just say new square with empty parentheses. And notice the constructor has no return value. So the way you recognize a constructor is it has exactly the same name as the class, but it has no return value. Okay, so methods usually have either a void or an int or something like that, but the constructor is an exception. It's a method that doesn't have anything like that. Okay, so if we go back here, so what we need to do for this to be a constructor for animation, we need to get rid of this void. So now this is a constructor, and we need to make square point to something, actually, because at this point square just doesn't point to anything. It's null. So we have to say new square, and now it's pointing to a square. So let's compile that and say new animation, and if we say draw 100 steps, say, oops, I have to Let's try again. Make it 200 steps. Okay, so it moved. So that's some progress. Let's see, let me just make sure. I'm going to try it one more time and just make sure. So we made some progress here. So it like moved down and then over to the corner. So the next thing to look at then is,
do you guys need a donation?
Why is it
Do you guys need a donation?
stopping when it gets to the corner instead of bouncing?
Okay.
So you can take a look at well, let's see. What's making it move in the first place? We can take a look at animate.
Excellent, good.
So in here we have animate.
Oh, not a problem. How much did I give last year?
And
how much? I did? Total?
that one
Okay.
says, okay, change position over and over. And draw. Okay, so somewhere in this change position, for some reason, when we're hitting the bottom corner, it's stopping.
We're fine. We're just outside.
Okay, so you want to take a look at what's happening.
Really
Basically, this bottom corner is
yeah.
when we've reached the x, the max for x and the max for y. So
yes.
If you're x, so you want to take a look at look through this some and see if you can figure out why it's not going any farther when it gets into that corner. All right, so that's the next thing for you to work on. Okay, so spend some time, see if you can figure that out. All right, good luck with that.